Yo, 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 what up, everybody? YouTube Live. Let's see. Are we on? Are we on? Are we on? Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. By the way, if you're hearing the sound of a fan in the background, and that's because it's freaking hot out here where I am, and I don't want to get the fan. Yo, 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 what up, everybody? To get too close to me, because then the sound of the fan would drown out my voice. So it's a little bit of a distance here, but you can still hear it in the background. Um, I want to discuss this topic really briefly, really quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I don't have a lot of thoughts on it. I'm merely sharing this info with you. But this happened, I think, this past 24 hours, I believe. And a lot of the news outlets, see, it's June 19th, 15, and June 19th, yesterday, at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Time. So more or less 24 hours ago. And a lot of news outlets have been picking this news up and spreading it all over. And now it's trending, and I got some thoughts about it. Okay, so let's get right to it. This I'm reading from two outlets. First is NPR and then CNN, because each of them has specific details on what's happening here. Robert Mason is here. What up, Robert? How are you doing? Robert asks. I'm doing well. Happy Monday to you too, Robert. Thank you so much. So NPR reported crash director Paul Haggis was arrested on sexual assault charges in Italy. Um, Robert says no means no. That's correct. That is correct. But let's get right to it here. So the journalist wrote, Oscar-winning film director and screenwriter Paul Haggis is being detained in Italy on sexual assault and aggravated personal injury charges. Italian police arrested Haggis on Sunday for allegedly raping a woman in Ostuni, in southern Italy, over a period of 2 days. 2 days, people. Um, the woman, by the way, who's not identified, was found in a local airport, allegedly left by Haggis in the morning, despite her precarious physical and psychological conditions, according to prosecutors Antonio Negro and Livio Orlando. Airport staff alerted the police and took her to a hospital. La Presse and other Italian media outlets reported. Prosecutors have not yet disclosed her nationality or age. Wow. Okay, let's stop there for a second. So she got dumped at an airport in a condition that I'm assuming is pretty bad, according to this. Precarious physical and psychological conditions. Dude, let's pause there. Dude, if that is exactly what happened, and there are witnesses in the airport, I'm assuming, that's horrible, man. That sounds like something out of a movie. You know what I'm saying? If a mafia kidnap you and throw you into the back of a van, blindfolded, or throw a veil over your head, and the next few days, they throw your body over into the, like, in a really public place for kind of like to intimidate people around. I mean, that sounds like something out of a script or a screenplay, and that's horrible. The idea that somebody, according to this report, Paul Haggis allegedly just threw her out like that in the airport. It just, wow. It would take so much evilness for somebody to pull that off. Because that's a villain move. You gotta admit that. If this is somebody who only had committed a crime for once or for the first time ever, there will be mistakes along the way, and he would not be so heartless or ruthless to throw the lady out to the airport like that. That's a villain move right there. Haggis' attorney denied the accusations. Quote, under Italian law, I cannot discuss the evidence. Of course, lawyer talk. That said, I'm confident that all allegations will be dismissed against Mr. Haggis. Yada yada yada. So you're asking maybe, Rama, what is Paul Haggis doing in Italy? Well, Haggis has been in Italy to teach master classes at an upcoming film festival that commences on this Tuesday. But get this, in a statement, the directors of this film festival, Allora Fest, said the news was shocking and expressed solidarity with the woman involved. They also said they immediately removed Haggis from participating in the event. So that's it. That's the end of Haggis's teaching class or teaching career, if you will, at that festival. It's I you know what, I can't disagree with their decisions. If they have decided, we want to see what the evidence brings, I want to hear the development of this, like, we don't want to jump into conclusion. I wouldn't blame that either. I wouldn't blame that for them for taking that decision either, because that may be a cautious way of going about it. But them deciding, we're not even gonna wait, whether it's true or not. This is such a toxic thing to be associated with us. We want to cut ties with this guy, and they'll be within their rights to do so. And I don't blame them at all either for that. So here's what's tricky about this outlet, guys. And I just want to give kind of like a fact check, if you will. All right. And I'm not laughing in an amusing kind of way. I'm laughing because, I find this following paragraph silly. That's why I'm laughing. But I'm not laughing at this whole predicament. The 69-year-old Canadian director won Oscar awards, look at this, for writing the 2005 Best Picture winner, Million Dollar Baby. Remember that? It's directed by Clint Eastwood. And for directing the following year's Best Picture winner, Crash. All right, fact check. I remember 2005 like it was yesterday, okay? I remember who were the Best Picture nominees that year, and I remember because I was gunning for Brokeback Mountain to win. Brokeback Mountain was released in 2005. I wanted that to win so bad, but it got defeated by Crash. And this is funny. Crash actually debuted in 2004 at Toronto Film Festival, and then it was released widely in 2005. So it was known as a 2005 film, even though originally it was 2004. Robert, he also directed Leaving Las Vegas. Yeah, Paul Haggis is a famous filmmaker. He's a famous filmmaker. He's been around for quite a while. But what I'm getting at is this I'm giving you a fact check because it was wrong. This paragraph is wrong, and I can't believe I'm fact checking NPR because Paul Haggis did not win Oscar for writing Million Dollar Baby or adapting Million Dollar Baby. It's an adapted screenplay. He was nominated for that. He got nominated for that, but he won two Oscars for writing Crash and producing Crash for Best Picture. So yeah, he did not win Oscar for Million Dollar Baby, and NPR should have done their due diligence on that. But that's not, that's neither here nor there. That's not the case at hand. This is a horrible, horrible situation, and Paul Haggis is a very well-renowned filmmaker. If you are a film aficionado like me, and I know you are. For the past decade, though, Paul Haggis has not directed a major motion picture. He had, this past decade, he had been doing just TV shows, directing TV shows here and there. But the last movie that he did, I think it's called In the Valley of Ella, The Next 3 Days. So they were not really award contender movies, if you will. But yeah, Paul Haggis, it pains me to come across news like this because I am a fan of filmmakers and storytellers like Paul Haggis. Again, I was rooting for Brokeback Mountain to win. I was devastated when Crash defeated Brokeback Mountain. But was Crash a terrible movie? No, Crash was a fantastic, riveting, thought-provoking, racial kind of drama story. I liked the film. I thought Brokeback Mountain was a lot better. But Paul Haggis in general is a fantastic storyteller. He knew how to tell a great story, even if it's adaptation. So it always saddens me when stuff like this happens. Like even looking back at Kevin Spacey, we judge Kevin Spacey harshly, of course, understandably so, rightfully so, because of what he did. But man, American Beauty, that performance was mm, amazing. All right, you cannot argue the fact that Kevin Spacey. You know, I mean, you can't say. I'm saying you can't say that Kevin Spacey did not deserve that Oscar win for American Beauty because he deserved it. You know, just like maybe Paul Haggis deserved his win. But it just saddens us when these people that we idolize in this particular craft, do heinous acts like this. Again, keep in mind this is still allegedly. Everybody's like everybody's innocent, right, till proven guilty, sort of a deal. So, um, but man, this is the reports that have been going around right now, and if we take it at face value, it just breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart. Um, Before the Hobbit, Kaiser Soze about Kevin Spacey. That's right. Real quick before I end this video, there's some little details here from CNN. Um, so, the public prosecutors, okay, the prosecutors who are charging Paul Haggis for this in the nearby town of Brindisi said in a statement Sunday, uh, they said the man is seriously suspected of the crimes of aggravated sexual violence and aggravated personal injury, crimes committed to the detriment of a young foreign woman. And then so that's the prosecutor, and then of course Paul Haggis's lawyer in U.S. and Italy said no, 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 he's innocent. This whole thing is a mistake. And they said Paul Haggis is currently in Ostuni at his home under detention by order of the public prosecutors of Brindisi. We are waiting to be summoned by the judge of preliminary investigation for the custody interrogation and to render our version of the facts. Um, Haggis declared that he's innocent and he hopes for the maximum speed of all the necessary investigations to clarify that matter. So yeah. Oh yeah. He also, this is also a fun fact. He also wrote the screenplay for the James Bond film Quantum of Solace, which I gotta say, that particular James Bond movie, Quantum of Solace, is one of the most boring films ever. I made fun of it when it came out. It's like, this is quantum of boring. This movie will not be remembered at all. And you know what? I think I'm right. I think in the pantheon of all James Bond movies, Quantum of Solace is like really down there at the bottom or near it. Um, so I guess you could say Paul Haggis, had his misses. Not all of what he did was hits. But yeah, he was one of the most well-known people in Hollywood. He's from Canada, of course, but he's had a successful career in Hollywood, and one of the people who I admire and idolize because I love his movies. I love the way he tells stories. He's just, I love his dramas, man. He's just so good. He's talented, and so it, what can I say? But another one bites the dust. It's been years since Me Too, but now Me Too has claimed its latest victim, and that's Paul Haggis. And if he's proven to be the one doing all this horrible thing to this lady, this woman who got dumped at a local airport, which is again terrible, then yeah, he should be castrated. He should be blacklisted. He should be punished, by law, and he should also be banned from ever working in Hollywood because if he did what he did here, then there's no justification. There's no coming back from that. I mean, Jesus, man, really, holy crap! Look at this. So he allegedly raped a woman over a period of 2 days, 2 days, and then he threw her at a local airport, like she's some kind of garbage or something. Like so she's going like some baggage. Like here you go, throw him out. It's just, what are you, man? Are you a villain? Holy crap! So again, still innocent till proven guilty. But if he did what he did here, then I can't forgive him. That's just horrible to the nth degree, and I think you can agree with me on that. So yeah, really big news from today. Sorry if I haven't posted any review lately. Been enjoying my downtime, with the Father's Day and then Juneteenth, a federal holiday, Juneteenth. So I'm gonna be back posting reviews by midnight tonight or tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that. Before I go, last comment here by Dominic. We all have done some things we are not proud of, but this sort of behavior makes me ill on the inside. Totally agree, Dominic. Totally agree. It's just sad that it's just sad hearing this kind of shit happening, from people that we idolize, people that we look up to. They say never meet your hero. This is it. Maybe don't worship your hero too highly, or don't put them on a pedestal because this kind of shit could happen. So that's it. Thank you so much for chatting with me, Robert, before, and Dominic. And for those of you who did not chat with me right now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about this latest topic of Oscar-winning filmmaker Paul Haggis arrested in Italy on rape charges? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's rock this.